rolling with Iran Barkley. This guy I've been waiting to talk to. In fact, I went up to you earlier today because I was afraid you would come in and leave. But I always enjoyed watching you fight. I want to ask you, though, where did the blade come from, your nickname?
Well, that came from my old trainer, one of my old trainers. You know, that when we was boxing, I was boxing with the former middleweight champ of the world, Davey Moore. And I had cut Davey Moore up and pounded him out. They was like, busted him up, and I said, wow, you know. I said, I don't have a nickname. He said, why don't you call yourself the Blade? I said, it stuck with me.
Well, yes, that's a legendary name now. And your first name, Iran, your dad named you that, right?
My father named me that, yeah, when he was in the service and everything.
Well, that's good because Iran got in the news, right?
Oh, got to get in the news all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you fought so many legendary fighters, and I remember I was surprised as much as I liked you, and I really admire this guy as a person and as a fighter. But some of those fights, I said he's not going to beat the Tommy Hearns or whatever. But you did it, man. You did it.
Well, you know, I mean, that's the strength that good God gave me, and you know, I wasn't worried about beating Tommy. I mean, he had to worry. He was the one that should have worried. I knew things about him, and I just showed it and proved it.
Well, if you had to pick one fight, I know I don't want to generalize so much, but the one that meant the most to you, it might not have been with some of the bigger names, but a fight that in your career made you know that you belong.
Wow. If I had to pick one, I would have to say that it was a kid named, you know, I'm thinking of this guy, man. I got his name. His name was Billy. Billy from Atlantic City. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Richie Kitchen had this fighter. And, no, I'm sorry. His name wasn't Richie. His name was Eddie Hall.
Eddie Hall. Now we got it out there.
Eddie Hall. And me and him had the greatest war in Atlantic City at the Resorts Hotel, and it was just an 8-round fight, but we just pounded each other to the dooms. And he won. They gave him the decision, but you know, Richie and them knew he didn't win.
Well, I like to hear about those because some of those people don't have maybe the biggest name, but they were a signature fight for you that put you right where you wanted to be.
Oh yeah, and you know it was, and also another guy before I got to Tommy Hearns, James the Kitchen. He was another guy that was, you know, a classic boxer. He couldn't punch much, but he was a great boxer. I thought he was a classic boxer that never got a shot to fight Tommy Hearns or Duran or Hagler, and he was the #1 and #2 guy in the division until I came along and beat him.
Well, you beat a lot of people, and we want to thank you for what you gave in the ring, and you're a good ambassador outside of the ring now. Congratulations to you, and keep up the good work, Iran, and thanks so much for stopping by. Continued success to you. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Iran Barkley, the Blade. You know how we got the name now. Thank you, sir.